Lots of people on the move this morning. It is 7:40. Some say 2014 could be known as the year of hacking. Target, Neiman Marcus, just two big companies that have had a lot of trouble with hackers recently. Tech and social media expert Shama Hyder is here to tell us how to stay safe. This is a lot of people shopped at Target, a lot of people shopped at Neiman Marcus during the holiday shopping season, and I just think a lot of people think that their information's protected, and something like this big of a breach wouldn't happen.
Sure, and what you have to realize is even if you didn't shop at Target at holiday season, what they're finding out now is that more people were affected. So if you ever shopped at Target, if you ever called into, the 1-800 line for customer service
that's a lot
and
of
giving
people.
your information. So it is. So they're saying about 70 million to 110 million people could have been affected. The chances are if you've been affected, credit card companies have probably let you know by now. And it's a mass effort. You've got credit card companies, you've got the FBI, you've got the actual retailer itself. And so there's two things that you probably want to do, regardless of whether you're affected or not. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you are keeping an eye on your credit.
Right.
There's a lot of free credit reports out there.
Now, Target's going to be offering free credit reporting, monitoring to customers. Is that something you should sign up for through them, or is that something you should do on your own?
Well, absolutely. If you feel like that's a good fit for you, and it's a service, and they're offering it to their customers.
Aren't you giving them more of your information though, and they didn't handle it well the first time?
A lot of information's already out there, so you really kind of you know what you're already putting out there, but it is a good idea. What you should make sure though is find out how long is the service for free.
Okay.
So you don't want to, for example, get that auto renewal.
Oh, right.
Because it's not going to be forever. You can,
I think it's for a year, right?
So you want to make sure how long that's going to be, how that process works, how do you cancel if you need to. The other thing you really want to be careful about is spoofing. So let's say spoofing. So what we're probably going to see is, let's say I'm a hacker and I didn't get all your information. So I got maybe just your name and your email address and maybe your birth date. Now I send you an email that looks very much like it's coming from Target that says, "Hi Lauren, your birthday's coming up," or "click here."
Right.
And of course you innocently click there, and then you end up giving a lot more of your information away.
Ooh.
So those are the types of things that you want to be really careful about. Anytime you see an email that you are just even a little bit, kind of get that feeling that something isn't fully legit, or even if you don't, go directly to the website. And remember that retailers won't ask for passwords, they won't ask for credit card information through email, so anything that looks suspicious, you want to be careful about.
And should we be worried about, should we be asking our grocery store and all these other companies how they're protecting our information? Is this really a wake-up call for a lot of companies?
Yes, and it'll continue to be so when, the power does fall to the consumers. So as consumers, when we get savvier and say, "Hey, retailer, how are you protecting my information?
Right.
Where does this go?" And then retailers are going to have to get savvier. They're going to have to just amp up. Did you ever watch the cat and mouse game?
Right.
Where the cat, runs around, the mouse gets smarter. That's really what we're looking at. It's a loop. I'm not saying that security is going to cease being a problem, but of course companies will get smarter, consumers will get smarter, and the hackers will get smarter,
which is the problem.
Correct.
Let's talk about passwords. Every single site now asks for your password. Should you be? We know we shouldn't be using all the same passwords, but it's hard to keep track.
Yes.
What's your best advice when it comes to keeping track and exactly what you should be using when it comes to passwords?
So the ideal advice is change them every 6 months, keep them to use lots of ampersands and keep them complicated. But there's also services out there, for example, like LastPass, which automate some of that. They pick complex passwords for you, they're encrypted, and then you only have to remember one password. But remember, nothing is 100%.
But then isn't all of this company then would have all of my passwords then?
Absolutely. You are sharing. There's a trade-off. There's always a trade-off. But services like this are helpful. They do help you remember all your passwords. They do make it a little bit safer.
What if I save them all on my cell phone? Can I do that? Is that a good idea or no?
You can do that, Lauren. I don't recommend it.
No,
you can.
I'm assuming if you lose your cell phone, then you're in a world of hurt.
A lot of people do that, but here's another neat little service. So for example, if you use a Google phone, an Android device, Google offers something called My Devices for free. You go under Device Manager, you set it up, and it allows you to locate your phone, reset your PIN, and delete it if necessary. And so a lot of carriers do provide services like this. You might just want to check with your carrier to see what do they provide in case your phone gets stolen, lost, things happen.
All right, that's smart. Let's really quickly talk about Snapchat. I mean, that was another company that got hacked. 4.6 million users hacked, their usernames and their numbers taken.
Correct. And so this is also another one of those situations where they got maybe bits and pieces of information,
okay, so
and they're
be
going
careful.
to be putting it together to spoof. And of course, Snapchat's saying that they're releasing more robust versions. And this is just the beginning. We're going to see a lot more companies hit like this, and we as consumers are going to have to get even smarter.
There you go. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. And you
Always
can learn
a
more
pleasure.
at Shama Kabani's website, by the way. We've got a link at myfoxdfw.com. And coming up,